Welcome back to another How I Do. This one's going to be Jad. I've had a lot of requests on how I do Jad, how people can do it better, easier, whatever. And this is going to be how I do it. This may not be the most efficient. I'm not trying to reinvent the fucking wheel. I know there's a shit ton of videos out there like this. This is just the way I do it. So I guess let's jump into the monsters of the fight cave. First ones you're going to encounter are, I don't know how to say them, so I'm just going to call them fucking what they look like. Fucking bird. It's a little firebird, has 10 HP, really easy to kill, but if it does melee you, it will drain your prayer. So it's best to do a hit and run method. You know, run, shoot, and that's the best way to do it. Then you have the little angry Shreks. They're 20 HP. They recoil damage that you hit onto them back to you. So it's best to hit them as quickly as possible. You can also do the, you can safe spot them if you want to, but they're really not going to be that big of a, an issue. When they do die, they'll have two smaller spawns that come up. They just have 10 HP. They're really easy to kill. They're more annoying than anything. So those are the two lower level ones. Then you're going to jump into the level 90. He's a ranger, but if you do get within distance, he will melee you. But he is really easy to take care of if you pray range and just keep a distance. And he only has 40 HP, so he should die pretty quickly. Then you jump into the meleeer. I don't know, like a hooded fucking, I don't know, but 80 HP, level 180, can hit you pretty good if you let him melee you. Other than that, you just kind of stay away from him, and you can hit and run, or you can safe spot him using the Italy rock, which we will get into in a little bit. And that'll be the easiest way to deal with him. If you do stay within distance to him, he will melee you, obviously, but he will heal himself and those around him. So it's best to stay away from him and kill him from a distance. Then you get into the big boys. Level 360, looks like Bulbasaur, but he's red. (160 HP), uses mage, pretty strong, so if you don't pray mage against him, he's going to fuck your life. If you get within distance of him, he will melee you, so it's best to just stay away, pray mage, and you can range him from anywhere you want, really. You don't need to safe spot him as long as you're praying mage. Then you get into the Jad. 250 HP, he uses all three attack styles, mage, range, and melee. If you get within distance, he will melee you. If not, it'll be a mage and range attack only. And then he will use really strong attacks, so you need to make sure that you're praying correctly, which we will show you in a second. So let's jump into a little more in-depth analysis of Jad. He's level 702. He has 250 hit points. His mage attack is a hover. He will stand on his hind legs, and he will fucking like spew fire breath all over you. That is his mage attack. His range attack is a stomp with his two front legs. Once he stomps, something goes up into the air and it comes down and crashes onto you. And then his melee, you really don't have to worry about for this guy. I don't melee my Jads. I'd rather range them. So don't really know that method as well. But the one I do, I will be showing you. So melee, just stay away from him. He won't melee you if you do. My first couple fire caves, I was pretty dumb, and I attacked one of the healers, those little guys, and I ran right into Jad, and he like punched me in the face and killed me. So just stay away from him. These little guys are called whatever that word is, and they're level 108. They're basically a smaller version of the meleeer. And what they will do once Jad is half health, they'll come out and they will start healing him back to full. So it's best to hit them. Once, focus back on Jad, hit the next one, focus back on Jad, and if you can trap one, that's probably the most ideal thing you can do. Trapping them is it's going to keep them from getting the Jad, but it's going to stop them from hitting you, which is, if you're low defense or low HP, going to play a big role. So let's jump into the caves. This is a map drawn by yours truly, so don't fucking make fun of me. To the right, you have the Italy rock, which is primarily what we're going to be using in this guide to safe spot everything. The other two spots you can use, I just don't have that much, I guess, experience over there. And now this is actually what the map I recommend looks like. So the 5 green spots are the possible spawning locations of Jad. They're really going to rely on wave 62, which is the double mage range, double mage wave. There's going to be a red major and a yellow major. Wherever that yellow major spawns, that is where Jad's going to spawn. So if the yellow major is stuck behind the Italy rock, you know that you're going to be safe if you run into the corner, because Jad's going to get stuck in that little alcove over there. So if you don't see the yellow major there, then he could potentially be up to the northwest, which is that big square up there. And if not, then you need to really pay attention to your sounds, because he could be over here in the bottom location, which if you hide, he's going to walk around to find you. So gotta kind of pay attention to that. I recommend zooming out on your browser, but we'll get into that when I actually get to Jad. Here's a list of all the waves, pretty repetitive and redundant, but I figured I would write them out for you guys so you could keep it up if you wanted to, and just kind of look what's coming next. So on wave 7, that's when the level 90 start, so you need to throw a prey range. Once you have completed up to 14, the level 180 will come out, and you can either prey melee to safe spot him, or you can just stay in a safe spot and he will just kind of get stuck on his own. He's kind of like Rex. He's pretty slow, if you know what I mean. Up to wave 22, that's when the ranger starts again. So you need to throw on protect range all the way up till you're completed with level 30. 31 is when the majors start. From 31 to 62, you need to have mage on. Whether or not you want to kill the major first and then go to the other ones and pray that way, or what I do is trap everything, kill what I can that's safe spotted, and then finish off the major last, typically, depending on where they spawn, etc. After 62, that's the last wave, that normal wave. 63 is Jad. So you need to prepare for Jad. I recommend brewing up to over full HP, getting your prayer as high as possible, and then range potting. Almost forgot to talk about the gear and inventory setup. So for the inventory, I recommend 100 rune darts or better. If you want to use dragon, that's completely fine. Then save a 2-dose range pot. So you bring two full range pots, but save a 2-dose for Jad. That 2-dose gives you a little buffer in case you have to brew down. You're able to repot back up. So I recommend at least 2 doses. SGS, if you don't have that or you can't use it, then just substitute that for another restore and use your blowpipe spec as a way to heal. Or I guess an additional little extra way to heal. And then 11 brews and 13 restores. Unless you don't have an SGS, then you'd substitute that in to make 14 restores. That's the best way I've found it. I've done a lot of fire caves for multiple account builds and different people in general, and that's pretty much the best method, or best inventory setup I can recommend. As far as the gear, this guide basically is for anyone that has 75 range or above. If you have below 75 range, you can't use a blowpipe, and then I don't really recommend doing it. You can use a rune crossbow, it's going to be super slow, and I don't do it that way, so I don't really know exactly the best way to do it, and therefore I'm not going to make a guide on it because I would sound stupid. This is what I wear. Any blessing, it doesn't matter, it all gives you a prayer bonus. Some are cheaper than others, so just buy the cheap one. I got a Sarah one because I do God Wars, so I use that one. If you're on task, use a Slayer helm if it's imbued. If it's not imbued, well shit, get that motherfucker imbued, then use it. I use Addy darts with at least 40% on my scales. You can use myth darts if you want to. I just always keep Addy in there, so it's out of habit, I just use it. 40% scales, if you're lower range level than 99 with max gear, then it's going to help you. I typically use about 15%, 10 to 15%, if I remember correctly. I haven't done Jad for a while, so maybe off a little bit, but that's about what I use. As far as the top and bottom, I use Armadillo. If you don't have that, you can use a Verax plate skirt with a God D'hide top for that prayer bonus, and then a Verax helm or Slayer helm, depending on if you're on task or off. As far as the boots, I use D'hide boots. I don't really feel like dropping 20 mil on fucking Pagations. I don't range that much, so I don't have them. But if you do have Pagations or Rangers, go ahead and use those. They're better for you. And as far as the ring, if you don't have an Archer's Ring imbued or a Ring of Surf Ring imbued, those are the only two I really recommend. Maybe a Ring of the Gods imbued. It has that really good prayer bonus. But Archer Ring is definitely going to give you that extra DPS, which is really going to help in the long run. Obviously, you want an Ava's Accumulator or a Range Cape, and then either a Fury or a Necklace of Anguish for the best in slot, I would say. And then the gloves, I use Barrow's gloves. If you don't have those, I guess Fan Braces would be the next best thing, or Ranger gloves, I think. But I think they're equivalent to Black D'hide Van, so it might not be worth it. But that is what I wear. Now let's go into the fucking cave. So once you're ready to go into the caves, go ahead and jump in there, and we will start on wave 1. So I'll just show you each one of the monsters and how I kill them, and then we'll get into the other stuff. So I'd go ahead and put it on rapid. To do the hit and walk back method, you want to hit and run back. I one-hit him, so it's yeah, whatever. But if you don't one-hit him, just hit, take a couple steps back, hit again, take a couple steps back, hit again. Where'd he go? Come here. So I hit, run back, hit, run back. And that way you should be able to keep your prayer up to the highest level possible. See, he's got me right now, so he's going to lower my prayer one prayer point at a time, pretty rapidly as well. So you want to kind of try to avoid that as best as you can. This is actually the Italy rock, as you can see in my beautiful picture that I fucking drew. Kind of looks like a boot, kind of looks like Italy. This is where we're primarily going to be hanging out. For the meleers, they don't get stuck here, but they will get stuck right here. I'll show you what happens to this guy. So he's got 20 HP. See how I hit him, he hit me back. Then these two little fuckers pop up, and you just gotta kind of deal with them really quickly. They're pretty easy to kill, they don't really hit anything at all. So that's gonna be a continuum of the waves you've already saw. Alright, so once you finish that wave, get ready for the ranger to come out. His attacks aren't that strong, but if you're a lower level, they're gonna hit you, so you kind of want to avoid it. And I'm always about avoiding damage at all costs. So here he is shooting at you. Pretty chill. If you stay back here, he's not gonna fuck with you. And he's pretty easy to kill. So after that, we restart again. We'll be back with the 180 melee. It's not like a requirement, but I think zooming your camera out kind of helps you be able to see everywhere of the map. Because if you're zoomed in, they're like right here. It's really hard to see. But if I zoom out, I'm able to see where the attack's are actually coming from. Just a little tip, I guess. I don't know if it's gonna work better for you or not throughout the caves, but definitely, I recommend on the final Jad phase that you zoom out for sure. I'll show you why when I get over here. So if you stand right here, you'll be able to see if Jad pops up over here. So see, you can kind of see that area. You'll see him pop up, or you'll see him walking. If you don't see him, you have fucked up. Not really you have fucked up. The RNG kind of fucked you over. That means he spawned in one of those other locations we talked about earlier. And that's when you need to listen to your sounds. I don't really like sounds, but I put them on anyways. It kind of lets me know, oh shit, I'm going to get fucked up. If he does spawn up in that one, he gets stuck behind here, so you can kind of run up this way to get him. If he spawns in those three, you're kind of screwed and there's nothing you can really do about it. So see how I can see where these are coming from? Zooming out really helps me do that. Without that, I'd have been like, where the fuck is he? Now we gotta run around and shit. So it's now the double ranger phase. If you do have the ability to SGS spec, I would go ahead and do it now. Just to get your HP back up and get your prayer back up. As much prayer as you can anyways. That was a pretty shitty spec. So if you do stand right here, he's going to get stuck right back there. And that kind of gives you, if you're not worried about defense, you can use long range and pick off these little, oh shit, I fucked up. Don't be like me. You can pick off these little fuckers. That makes it a little easier, I guess, in the long run. But yeah, if you're at the Italy rock, not the other ones like my dumbass, you'll be able to safe spot him on the southern side of the rock, and he'll get stuck on these skeletons. And easy way to pick him off, saving your prayer points and everything else. So this time, I would probably brew up one since I don't have a heal. So I'll just do one brew. I'll do one restore to get me back to where I was. And then I'm going to range pot. Because now the ranger is going to hit you while the melee you're trying to safe spot him. So you might as well just get as much DPS as you can. That's my recommendation. So we'll brew up once I'm over 102. I will fucking super restore right there. And then I'll wait for this 15-second counter to go down. And then I will range pot. So now that we have the double 180s, we do know that the next wave is going to be the double major, or the majors. So you kind of want to get your prayer up, spec what you can, and just get ready for that. So this guy's coming here. Let's run up this way. Switch down like that. So probably in melee, you're not going to take any damage at all, but you might as well just get them both safe spot at the same time. Go back to your normal spot and just finish like that, and just get ready, because at the end of this wave, you definitely need to put on mage prayer. So let's get this up. Carry on. Here's a little view of the Tigg3r fucking things. They throw some fire at you with their tail. If you do get in close, they will melee you, and they're pretty freaking strong as they're level 360. If you just pray mage and range from a distance, you're good to go, like I said in the little intro thing. So we'll get through all these waves now that you know what the monsters actually look like. You don't really need a, I guess, continuum of fucking what do you do. We'll just see you back here with Jad. So one thing I forgot to mention was the rangers are going to be kind of hard, so you want to turn off your auto retaliate. You want to be able to hide over here, figure out where everyone's coming from. So there's the ranger. I want to get over here a little bit so I can try to trap one of them. If I can't trap them, then just kill him as quickly as you can, because you're going to be taking damage for him, because if you turn this off, you're going to be dead. So you got to make sure you get rid of him quickly. So that was pretty easy. But once the 180s and 90s are there together, it's a little more tricky, because you got to try to lure the 190 to take out the 40, and then or ranger, whatever level he is, and then worry about this dude destroying your life. So just a little thing on that. I'll caveat on that when the 180s and 90s are there together, and we're trying to lure them all, and I'll kind of show you kind of what I do. Which, I mean, shit, you might already know. I don't fucking know, but this is just the video of how I do it. So let's continue. So as soon as I said that, it happened. The 90 gets stuck over here. I just ran into this corner back here, and then Tigg3r fucking walked over here and allowed me to stay in this safe zone, and he gets stuck there. This way you can pray against him. Once he's dead, you can pray against him. Just make sure you switch back to mage as soon as the wave is completed. Hit me, bitch. Fucking pussy. Around 11. I see you. Is that it though? Like I thought. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. You win. So if this happens and you 3/6 you're stuck, you don't really need to have your mage prayer on. And this guy gets stuck here, you can just kind of kill him easily, save some prayer points, and once he's dead, obviously throw it back up because he's gonna walk around and try to eat your face. So if this happens, he will get stuck over here. He just does not get stuck when you're walking to the west. So what I do is I lure him down this way. I throw up melee for that one hit, and then I go back to mage and go over to here. And then he gets stuck right there. It's kind of tricky. I guess I can try to get it on recording. I just did it without thinking, and then I was like, fuck, I should say that. But yeah, you can use the, I guess if you're standing to the south and he's to the north, that works, but it does not work if you're standing to the west and he's to the east. That makes sense. So as he's coming over here, I run down to this corner. He's going to come to try to melee me, so I'm going to throw it up for one click. He hits me. Now I put back on mage. And he's safe spotted. He's not going to fuck your life up. And you're good to go. Here comes the little more intense waves. We have a 90, a 180, a 360, and now these little fuckers. But got pretty lucky on this one. We're able to hide over here and get the 90 stuck, which allows us to kill the major. Then pray range. I'm pretty sure the 180 is stuck behind him, or he's either stuck over here because he hasn't come to kill me yet. So now we can run this way. Let's throw on the range. Yeah, there he is. So easily pick off everything and pray against everything and take no damage. Except for that 4 from that little firebird. Okay, so that means that Jad's gonna spawn over in that corner, so that means I should be okay. Like hypothetically, I should be alright because he's not gonna be in the bottom part here, so I should be able to get him pretty easily. Go! Jad! No, go back. Don't bite me, bastard. So he, like, normally people see him down here, up here, but he can spawn over here too. So once I kill this one, let's go ahead. Alright, so what you're going to do, weld this, unload it, throw in the rune darts, just for a little extra DPS. For my level, I don't need it, but I guess it's nice to show you guys how to do it. So, alright, so I'm going to brew up there. I'm going to hit that. Alright, let's go. And then I'm going to run back to my little hidey hole, throw on, what's it, steel skin. And throw on this, and then you can throw on the mute, like the fucking, what you call it, these things. So I can hear if he's gonna fucking destroy me, but I think he's just gonna lure himself over here. I hope. He didn't. Okay, so here he is. He's all scary and shit. So as he hovers on his back feet, you're gonna see he's gonna throw some mage out of his mouth. That's one you want to look out for. You can see it's coming for you. It's going to really fuck you up if you don't pray. Obviously, it can one-hit you. So I'm getting pretty lucky right now. He's not switching to anything else. There's the range hit. So now we got the healers coming. So you're going to attack one, look back at Jad. So it's another range one, so I can attack back him again. Focus on this. So it's a mage one. Go back and hit that one. Hit that guy. It's a range. Mage one again. So you can kill the healers, but it's not required. You don't have to heal them or kill them. They'll eventually just die. Sometimes you have them all on you. This guy's kind of stuck here. You don't really have to worry about him. You just kind of rinse and repeat. Focus on this feat, and should be okay. If you're starting to take extra damage that you don't want to take, oh shit, I fucked up. Like you can start killing them or like trying to heal. It's up to you. But I don't know why I keep fucking instinctively switching back, but 97 fucking Slayer coming in on this task. 48 minutes, not too fast, not too slow. Pretty easy one to get though. So give my cape back if I don't ever want it. I kind of want it. So that is how I do my fire capes. I'm not the best, clearly, as I was fucking my prayers up, but hopefully this guide helps you a little bit understand, I guess, the mechanics sort of, and how Jad actually works. And see, this guy's lined up with me. He's pretty cool. And then if you're lucky enough, you can, well, get the fire cape first of all, or you can get this little guy who's I don't know, it's kind of cool, I guess. Come here, you little angry Jad. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I guess we'll see you next time.